Hello ma'am, good day. I am Dilmar Romayan, BPE2 Section 3. I'm going to present the three topics of local government administration. First, Philippine promoting good local governance through performance-based grants. Second, participatory governance, the Philippine experience. Third, towards greater local democratic governance, a view from the Philippines. Philippine promoting good local governance through performance-based grant. The government of the Philippines decided the way to encourage openness was to reward their posts for good local governance incentives. The two pillars of strong responsive government, good performance and good housekeeping, and makes the award process open and transparent. In line with the Aquino administration's aims for good governance, the Department of the Interior and Local Government, DILG, launched two programs that seek to promote and incentivize it at local level. Number 1, Seal of the Good Housekeeping. Second, Performance Challenge. What is Seal of the Good Housekeeping? The Seal of Good Housekeeping, formerly the Seal of Good Housekeeping, cites the compliance of the local government unit, accounting and auditing standards, rules, and regulations. And what is Performance Challenge Fund? The Performance Challenge Fund, PCF, established by the DILG in 2010, is a performance-based incentive program that gives financial subsidies to local government units that are awarded with the seal of the good local governance. It may be used for projects that are aligned with the national government priorities, such as the Millennium Development Goals, improve solid waste management, disaster risk, and economic disaster risk reduction and management, and tourism and local economic development. Participatory governance, the Philippine experience. People power and the rise and fall of the Philippine president. The current demonstrations in the streets of Manila, the hysterics of the Philippine press, and the rumors flying with the breeze about President Joseph Estrada's alleged ill-gotten wealth, vices, and corruption, echo events in the country which toppled and the authoritarian Marcos regime. Their 1996 experience taught the Filipinos that they could bring changes in government if they remain vigilant and if they participate in the process of governance themselves. Participation of governance. The Philippines is an archipelago in South Asia, which lies south of Japan and Taiwan, east of Finland Asia, and North Indonesia. Its 70 million population are most of Malay extract, but have Chinese and Spanish racial influences. While speaking languages from the Malayo-Filipinian linguistic family, its long history of colonization have turned out people imbued with Spanish and American characteristics. 400 years of Spanish colonization turned most of its native Animist population in Catholic, except for the Muslims in the south and pockets of ethnic communities. Religion greatly affected the native culture, where modes of behavior reflect values skin and Hispanized Latin American countries. The victory of the American in the Spanish-American War that led to the Treaty of Paris of 1898 and the charge in colonial master. The Americans brought to the Philippines a system of public education and introduced an alien form of politics and government, while under Spaniards, where only the elite were educated in parochial schools and friar-run universities. The American public school system brought education to the masses of Filipinos, who were taught the 3 R's in language. As early as 1990, the Americans introduced the civil system in government and electoral processing the politics. Through all those years, however, even after independence from Americans, the Filipino masses remained as beneficiaries of government largesse. There were through the years participative mechanism developed, but real participation in governance is only a recent phenomenon. Historical background. Government in the Philippines started with independent states are called barangays. Although small terms of territory, normally encompassing only 100 families, barangay government led by the dato was supreme in all spheres. Barangay supremacy was supplanted only by consideration where barangays united through peace pacts or spoil of war. Towards greater local democratic governance, a view from the Philippines. The national context, comprising of 7,107 islands and a land area of 300 square kilometers, the Philippines is one of the largest island groups in the world. The Philippines is a democratic and republican state where sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. It is a unitary state with presidential form of government. The government operates through its 3 independent and co-equal departments and the executive, the legislature, and judiciary. The Philippines is politically and geographically subdivided into provinces, cities, municipalities, and barangay, which scattered across its 3 big island groups, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Local government in the Philippines did not come about until the country was conquered and subjugated by Spanish forces in 1521. Before then, it was an archipelago of small nation-states called barangay. The barangay were small independent communities with a small governing system headed by dato, who was assisted by council of elders in looking after the affairs of community. The rulers later grouped and organized this barangay into towns, cities, and provinces to suit colonial objectives and integrated them in highly centralized government that was run from Manila. That's all. Thank you.